I bet you spent a lot of unnecessary time in your bed. Probably more than you want to admit. You probably stayed in bed more than an hour, watching YouTube, scrolling on TikTok this morning. Heck, you might be doing that right now. And if that is you, let me give you the first step in helping you get out of bed in the morning. First, right now, walk out of bed, while still watching the video of course, and just go to the bathroom. I found one of the most helpful things to get me out of the bed when I woke up was to just immediately go to the bathroom, no questions asked. Bam, video over. That's how you get out of bed. Well, of course you did technically get out of bed. I'm sure you're here to also make the most out of your morning. And I just went straight to the bathroom. While it was a good step, I was just dilly-dallying on my phone in there. So try not to use your phone in the bathroom, as that's what's gonna keep you in there longer than you need. And then do everything you gotta do in the bathroom, you know, take a piss, clean your face, all the other fun hygiene stuff. And then leave your bathroom and then go somewhere else in the house. There's like 3 options I think you could do. You could 1, go to the kitchen and get water and coffee, which is probably the thing that you should do. Second would be to go outside and get some sunlight in your eyes. That's probably the thing you should do after getting water and coffee. And then you could also just go straight to work. Honestly, I kind of just set them in order of what you should do. But honestly, if you do any of those 3 things first, then that's probably better than what you're doing now. Doing this will help you get out of that lazy, sluggish state that you first have when waking up. You might find this step very hard, and you might just turn off your alarm next to your bed and just lay in bed more. Say, oh, I'll just get up in 5 minutes. No, you won't. So, my advice to you is to put your phone or alarm on the other side of the room. Like when I know I have to get up early and can't just lay in bed, I plug my phone in on my computer right over here, which is on the other side of my bed, which is over here. It also helps a lot if your alarm is loud, because you're like, oh crap, I have to get out of this bed right now. Otherwise, this alarm is gonna wake up my entire family. Is that a little extreme? Maybe, but that's what I do. The next thing you're going to want to do is plan what you're going to do in the morning. There have been so many times that I've wasted good mornings by just sitting on the couch and thinking to myself, what do I got to get done today? Oh, that's an interesting video. Then of course from then on, you just go down the rabbit hole. So I think the best thing you can do here is plan what you're going to do in the morning the day before. Like when I was writing this video, I made it very clear. I was going to wake up, go get my water and coffee, go outside, get some sunlight, then do a 2-hour work block working on scripts. And so as soon as I woke up, I went to the bathroom, did my hygiene, came back into my room, grabbed my phone, went downstairs, got my water and coffee, and then came to my computer and started working. I went a little bit further and then planned the rest of my day, but that can be quite a lot to do at once. So I'd say for the first week, just work on scheduling just your morning. And then the next week, you can start focusing on scheduling more and more of your day. Because the number one thing to remember is that when you're trying to change a habit, if you do a lot of change at once, you're going to end up doing none of the change. Us humans are not very good at changing the way we do things. And so while it does seem slower to split up your habit into smaller sections that constantly get more advanced, it is the faster method. I know you're going to try to do a whole bunch of stuff at once anyways, but if you can, just please trust me and just do smaller chunks. And to piggyback off of that, you're going to want to schedule your hardest task in the morning. This task, in my case, is scripting a video, as that's pretty cognitively draining. Or recording the video. I am recording this video at 6:30, but recording in the morning would have been better. Your mind is most clear and concentrated right when you first wake up, and so you're going to want to put your hardest task in the morning. It also gets that tough task off your plate. Stop focusing about that tough thing in the future. You just focus on the less intensive work in front of you. I would never start off my day editing videos unless I really had to edit videos, because that's just mindless work. I don't have to think a whole lot during editing. It can just kind of be on autopilot. If you edit videos for your job, of course, that's going to be your hardest task, but in my case, it just isn't. And to piggyback off of that, you can tell scheduling is pretty important to your morning. Try to schedule 90 minutes to 120 minutes whenever you're working. This is to create deep work blocks. The point of this is that you can work as hard as you can and as focused and concentrate on the work ahead of you for this amount of time. So much so that it'd be the same as you working 8 hours on a 9 to 5. The idea is that you remove all distractions. You turn off notifications on your phone and PC. You turn your ringer on silent. You pick the morning time where people are less likely to bother you and ask for questions and to get your opinion on something, to have you work, so your mind can single-handedly focus on the task in front of you. Now, that is going to be very difficult and a learning process, because you're going to realize you pick up your phone quite a lot when you work, and your mind just gets distracted on random things for no reason. By committing to deep work, that means if you get a message from a girl you like, you're just going to have to let that notification sit there and not respond to it. Or perhaps she calls you. You're just going to have to ignore it. And the biggest mistake mistake that I made when I was doing deep work, and something you should be made aware of, is that if you get distracted by something, that doesn't mean you lost all your focus. What it means is that you need to stop doing that distracting thing right now, eye in on your work, and focus, and get back into the groove. I'd say, wow, I didn't know I had 2 Snoopies behind my dresser. Oh, okay, focus, Dylan, focus, work ahead of you. Just like that, anytime you get distracted, or like, oh, getting a call from, oh, nope. Focus, work time. I've really slacked off from deep work for a long time, and that's how I would just go from making a video every 3 days and just fooling around for the next 4 to barely making a video every week and usually failing. The next thing I would consider is skipping breakfast. I think this is a very personal thing, so just try it out and see how it works for you. But I found that if I extend my morning fast through my work block, then I just work a lot better. If I'm just running on water and coffee, and let's say I wake up at 8 and don't start eating lunch until 12, that hunger can be a distraction sometimes, but also a huge motivator. I would say to myself, wow, I could really go for some food right now, but I can't eat that food until I work super hard through this block right here. If I work through this block super hard, the time goes faster, which means I can eat faster. There's plenty of other benefits to intermittent fasting, which I'll put in the description below. So I'd say do your own research before trying it, but I do think it is worth it. While you're at it, try to create rewards for having productive mornings. Like, here's my wall over here. You can see I have rewards for if I do a whole bunch of work. See, I have my goals, my schedule. Tomorrow's Sunday, so that's when I'm going to reset my whole chart. Well, let me take you back up. Because if you see, if I get 5 hours of deep work done, I get a Coke Zero or a Diet Zero, which is one of my favorite things in the world. Or if I play 10 hours, I get 1 hour video games. I honestly don't even really use this that often anymore, but it is nice if I want guilt-free video games. And if I work 45 hours, I get a cheat day. Honestly, what usually happens is I just do a cheat day earlier anyways, but that's fine. I probably should switch that reward. That reward might be more useful given that I went from being on a bulk to a cut. Stuff like this really helped me when I was at a place where I wasn't really getting a whole lot done. Now that I'm more productive, I haven't used this reward tracker as much, but when I was starting, I was counting up, okay, I have 4 hours today. I had 4 hours yesterday. If I just get 2 hours, I could play that 1 hour video games I'm craving for. That worked great for me at the start. I know I made a video on how you shouldn't play video games, but I also said that using video games as a reward and playing like an hour a day, that seems fine to me. Just make sure you have some sort of way of tracking the hours you're doing. And I set up my rewards as a week by week to see which weeks I'm slacking and which ones I'm keeping up. I also did a second column, which is all the deep work hours I missed, and maybe put in some notes on why that happened. By making it this far in the video, I just have one ask from you. Please don't be like everyone else that watches self-improvement videos, makes it feel good about themselves, makes it feel productive, and then never do anything. Actually put this stuff in action, one habit at a time, and see the changes compound into big results. And if you found this video useful, check out my video on how to make a business in high school, where you can then optimize the rest of your day too. It's really a one-of-a-kind video that I don't think anyone else has made, and it's really helpful in targeting for high schoolers and how to maximize their study halls, their bus time, how to balance all of this with sports, fitness, and all the other things that contain a teenager's life. And don't forget to put in the work, put in the hour, and think better. I'll catch you over in this video here. Peace. Yes, sir. I got 3 videos done.